Hoke, and I'm here to introduce our new website for Del Oro High School, and in particular our English department website. As you can see at the top of the website, we have our essential learning outcomes, which is what we are striving for all students to learn when they graduate from Del Oro High School. We keep those up front. Off to the side here, we have all of our English teacher web pages. So if we click on any one of the web pages, it takes us directly to a particular teacher. We have our calendar online, a little bio of ourselves, syllabus connected to the block, and also, again, the essential learning outcomes. And if you scroll down, we can also see some links to particular assignments as well as contact information. Now, to return back to the main website, we have other student resources. We have online interventions, which we'll talk about a little bit later, as well as the writing guide and annotation key. We also have a brief overview summary of each of the classes so that students know what to expect when they come in. Parents can check this as well. And we've been working over the last few years on scaffolding all of our classes and trying to take all of that information and digitize as much of it as possible.
I'm Natalie Smith, and I wanted to share a few of the things that Trevor, Joel, and I worked on during curriculum camp as part of digitizing all of the resources for English. A couple of the things that we did is first the annotation key. The English department created a slide or key for annotating nonfiction articles, and we've shared this slide with our entire school, our entire site, so that it's consistent across discipline, and that makes it a little bit easier for students so that when they're asked to annotate something nonfiction, whether it's in science or social science or English, we're kind of all working from the same key. We can go back to our resources. Another resource that we have digitized and put on our website is the essay writing guide. And this guide is basically a compilation of all of the handouts and all of the teaching resources that we use as teachers to teach writing to freshmen and sophomores. So it's the basics of writing. And as you can see in the table of contents, everything from the different essay structures, expository, persuasive, and narrative, to how to write a thesis statement, breaking down the essays into the intro paragraph, concluding paragraph, body paragraphs. We can scroll up. And this, we're continuing to add to this, but it includes improving writing style, how to vary our sentences so that we have improved writing, using compound and complex sentences, and analyzing writing prompts and avoiding plagiarism. So we tried to put all of those resources in one place, and every student as freshmen get one of these writing guides, and then they get them again as sophomores, and then when they're juniors and seniors, they will be very familiar with all of the basics, and then those junior and senior teachers can instruct them on when it's appropriate to break these basic rules as their writing becomes more and more sophisticated.
And my name is Joel Agee, and I also worked on the digitizing curriculum project for the Del Oro English department on our brand new school website. It really gave us a chance to reevaluate the resources that we had made available to students, not just for instruction, but also for remediation and interventions. And over the past few years, we've been slowly building a digital resource for online interventions, we've called it. This summer at curriculum camp, we had the opportunity not only to expand those resources, but also edit them based on the feedback that we've gotten over the past few terms. We are an English 10 PLC, so we'll look at one of these online interventions right here. Just choose one, either way. All right, reviewing. We always start every year in English 10, excuse me, by reviewing what students learned, the basic reading skills in English 9. We have a formative assessment after about a week of review, and then based on the results of that formative assessment, if students don't pass with at least 80% accuracy, say, in the very basic elements of fiction, then we assign those targeted students with a specific online intervention activity. They'll get a letter and possibly an email from us that'll instruct them to come to this webpage and open these two links right here. So the first one is the Prezi. This is exactly the same Prezi that we introduced the content to in freshman year in English 9, and we used it as review again in English 10. And it walks through, in this case, all the basics of like setting and characterization and point of view. So we remind them of the resources that we've already done, and then this Prezi right here, you can stop right here and back to the first tab for the English 9 review up here. Yes, thank you. Then you open this Google form right here. And basically, this form lines up perfectly with this Prezi. As the students go down, they write their names here, they write one of their teacher's names, which block it is, and then just as we left off on setting over here, the first question here will be the answer on the Prezi over here. That way we're not, confusing them by adding different modes and different media. We're just focusing on the same content again and again, and basically to get some remedial credits. They didn't demonstrate mastery. They prove to us that they've gone through the notes one more time. We offer them some points, not extra credits. And then we have, a way to begin the conversation if they need further remediation after that. And all the way back to the online interventions page, if you would. Thank you. Someone. There you go. We've identified as departments and as PLCs which particular skills are worth demanding remediation on. And we've been collecting those over the years. So it's not just reviewing freshman year, but it's adding in new layers of literary terms such as character types and depth, such as ethos, pathos, and logos, style and mechanics, and other things like this, all available online.